I came up with Marvel Comics, and it was a great name. Now, DC. They were called National Comics years ago. And when we changed our name to Marvel, some genius over at National Comics said, hey, we ought to change our name too. So
I am the night, and though they're dead and gone, believe me, their memory will spur me on. They'll spur me on. And in my heart I know that they are proud. That is why I wear this cowl. Every night I go out on patrol. So the criminal and the min knows.
Put down straight for the hole. Look at the trash even.
Zero carbohydrates. I like that.
I love me.
Money for all of that. Oh, I think we can just leave that to Batman here. Huh? Why me? Aren't you Bruce Wayne, billionaire? No, that was the last guy. He handed it over to me. Oh, okay, so then you have access to his funds. No, he left the money to his butler. Oh, well, he must have left you a stake in Wayne Enterprises for the technology. Nope, he left that to Lucius Fox. I see. Well, do you have access to the Batcave? Oh, yeah. All right, great. So we've got the Bat computer, all of his tech equipment.
Today,
That'll come in.
I want to do a quick review of The Batman, which is a really good movie and really well-rounded with its characters, with its story. It feels like comics put together, like Long Halloween, Batman Year One, Dark Victory, along with thrillers like Seven, and it's like this really well-rounded story of Bruce Wayne finding his humanity after losing himself to vengeance, along with mirroring that through the main antagonist Riddler, who's this mirror image of Batman. He's directly inspired by Batman's work, and even indirectly helps him kill one of his targets. The whole synopsis of the story is that Riddler is on a killing spree, and Batman has to put the pieces together gradually throughout the story, trying to figure out end goal is trying to achieve, and through that he comes across Selena Kyle, who's this cat burglar going around doing her cat burgling cool whatever shit romance between the two, which is really romantic and sweet and stuff. And it's really interesting to see their relationship grow and expand out of the movie. Uncertainty of her character. It's really Batman trying to save her from becoming obsessed and entrenched in vengeance, how he's become, and how Edward Enigma has become too. The whole city of Gotham is corrupt. The whole institution's corrupt, and it explores that by having Riddler be this kind of outsider trying to wreak havoc and take Gotham to his own hands after he was an orphan for many years. He feels abandoned by society, and he hates Bruce Wayne for being this rich billionaire that everyone talks about, but everyone ignores the regular everyday orphans who aren't billionaires, poor Bruce Wayne. Oh my fucking god, so sad for this guy, even though I'm fucking poor and shit, sense of anger at the injustice of Gotham City and how corrupt it really is. And then during the entire movie, it's just this character study between Batman, between Selena Kyle, and between Riddler, rather not vengeance is the right proper way to handle justice. Just this blind vengeance against a common enemy that proceeds as of the entire movie. Selena Kyle is going after Falcone. She is after him for fucking over her mom, for killing her best friend, for just being a terrible piece of shit. Meanwhile, Batman is going off striking vengeance based on the idea that his parents were innocent and good people and died for no reason at all, when in reality Falcone actually put a hit out on the Wayne parents, which is really fucked up on his part. What a dick. Then reveals that potentially, at least from what Riddler discovered, the Waynes may not actually be good people how they said they were, that they actually covered up this whole conspiracy, the Arkham family, and Falcone has like his side of the whole idea, where like he sees him as like being just as corrupt as he is. Alfred perceives them as being good and just people trying to make the world a better place. The dynamic of like who can you really trust, and like these are like unclear and unanswered for like the audience to decide, because like both parties are are subjective in like their perceived notion of like the events that happen. And Bruce Wayne ultimately like sides with Alfred because like he trusts him, he sees him like a father figure, and this like version of Bruce Wayne has like isolated himself from society, from Gotham, from the people, from like his company, everything. Like he just completely cut off his like humanity entirely. Just like said, "Fuck it, I'm only on this one quest for vengeance." And throughout the whole movie, it's him like going deeper and deeper into that quest until finally coming up against a mirror copy of himself, a mirror copy of the vengeance he's been seeking and striving to like a mirror image of himself, Riddler, where like he's like this awful, like just insane maniac, but you understand like where he's coming from, especially Bruce Wayne, because he is going off of the same like emotions of blind rage, and he indirectly inspired him, and like that forced him to like really rethink like his strategy, help him like gain his humanity, finding Selina Kyle, piecing together like his family history to a degree, just like, and then seeing Riddler and like seeing like what he's become, or at least like what he's like gone on to inspire across Gotham, and that like really haunts him, And without like spoiling anything too much, like the finer details of the movie any further than I already have, you should go watch the movie. Okay, it's like really good. It's like really well shot. The music's good. The fucking characters are really good. Robert Pattinson's like this really grungy, like really like intense, just kind of embodiment of vengeance. I mean, and like they only call him like Batman like twice. They call him like vengeance to the whole movie. Like just like it really like drives home the point, and it's like really well told and really well expressed, and it's just like it's good.
Turn it up, K-Rock.
This is what it sound like when I'm stressed out. I don't wanna feel like I'm left out. I don't even wanna deal with life right now. And the devil ain't winning, I'ma fight right now. You can get it off the muscle, and I'll put it on my hood. I'ma get it off the muscle, I'ma get it till I'm good. You can get it off the muscle, man, let's get it understood. We can get it off the muscle, man, can't never could.
I'ma get it right up off the muscle, nigga, off the real. I'ma send him on a long trip if he ever trip. He gon' meet his maker, yeah, like I'm the one created him. Try to run up on me, ain't got burnt, yeah, I cremated him. When I'm stressed out, I ain't tryna deal with it. I jumped off the porch right in the yard, I'm in the field with it. And this Glock that's on me ain't for fashion, I'ma kill with it. I got caught and went to jail, when I got out, I'm still with it.
Sound like when I'm stressed out. I don't wanna feel like I'm left out. I don't even wanna deal with life right now. And the devil ain't winning, I'ma fight right now. He can get it off the muscle,
And I'll put it on my hood.
I'ma get it off the muscle.
I'ma get it till I'm good.
You can get it off the muscle,
Man, let's get it understood.
we can get it off the muscle.
Man, can't never could.
I would like fuck that. Hit him in the scalp, so I know he ain't gon' bust back. I need me a foreign, had them bitches screaming, what's that? All gutter born back then was taking lunch packs. Canines made me nervous, cause I stayed with a dub sack. I been off that X and that drink, like where the love at. Pop him in the head, wait, think, nigga know that. Claiming that you love me, well, I'm waiting for you to show that.
This is what it sound like when I'm stressed out. I don't wanna feel like I'm left out. I don't even wanna deal with life right now. And the devil ain't winning, I'ma fight right now. He can get it off the muscle,
And I'll put it on my hood.
I'ma get it off the muscle.
I'ma get it till I'm good.
You can get it off the muscle,
Man, let's get it understood.
we can get it off the muscle.
Man, can't never could.
Yeah, I'm on some other shit, you need to know that. And if you want a jacket for the leave your ass blue back. All black mask with no witness, everybody be like, who that? Lil' youngin', if you want it that bad, you better do that. See my youngin' Gliss with me, he poppin' the glizzy, hit him. I leave his ass shitty, this slump who came with him. Like a thief off in the night. I start the car and I'm gone. Man, I told that motherfucker just to leave me alone. Now this is what it sound like when I'm stressed out. Bitch, you better move, I'm about to flash out. Yeah, I got something to prove, you better ask about me. I don't know what to do, I'm about to cash out. This is what it sound like when I'm stressed out. I don't wanna feel like I'm left out. I don't even wanna deal with life right now. And the devil ain't winning, I'ma fight right now. He can get it out the muscle,
And I put it on my hood.
I'ma get it out the muscle.
I'ma get it till I'm good.
You can get it out the muscle.
Man, let's get it understood.
We can get it out the muscle.
Man, you can't never could.
Next up, I want to talk about like a TV show I watched about like a few weeks ago called Jupiter's Legacy, and I want to talk about the show because no one else is talking about it. No one's like discussing like the show at all. It's about like heroes. Okay, so like it's told like two ways. Flashback to like the 30s, where like the Union forms, where like Utopia and like all these other characters discover the powers. Okay, so there's the Utopian. There is Brainwave, there's like Lady Liberty, there's Skyfox, all these like different characters who discover like these powers, traveling to like this island in the middle of nowhere. The main character, Steven, flashbacks, discovers it after his dad died during like the stock market crash of 29. So they go onto this island, it like shoots out this like huge like crazy power, so like wah, and they get powers and stuff, alright? And in the present, it's like this discussion of like, you know, violence and how to handle that when villains are becoming more corrupt, when like justice and like law is becoming more blurred and muddied every passing day, how to like best like attack that, confront like a society of violence. And it's like this old way of thinking since the beginning of the Union, where it's like they hold on to this idea, this key concept of don't kill. If you don't do that, you don't fucking come across that line. And that line's crossed when Brandon, his son, kills a villain, killed like several of his friends, and was like set to kill both his mom and dad. Utopian is clearly like, hey, fucking son, what the hell? That's fucked up. And he's like, dude, I didn't want to do it, but I mean, like, he's gonna kill you guys. He's gonna kill you and mom. And this whole idea of like justice and like how far that should go, and how like everyone in society seems to be like on board with what Brandon did. Some of the like younger new heroes are doing, which like taking strong violence against these villains. It's like that discussion, it's a dichotomy of how to like best handle and approach violence and injustice in the world. And it's like not just black and white anymore like it was in the 30s, like more of a grayish area. And like explores that pretty interesting way. They also like introduce this character of Chloe, who's like a utopian starter model. She's like on drugs all the time. She's incredibly wasted. She's like insane, going off to the deep end. Like she doesn't like, care about like this legacy that like a utopian's like perpetuating, like, you know, peddling onto his kids. That Brandon and Chloe has to like, you know, carry on his like ideals and his like the world and like how to like best handle it, and he has like they have to follow in his footsteps, you know, like in his legacy, I guess, in his Jupiter legacy. Ha 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 ha. While that's going on, there's also this character of, I believe his name is Black Star. Well, at least they think it's Black Star, that like Brandon kills at the beginning of the show, but it's revealed to like actually be a clone that I think is made by a villain called Skyfox, but actually it's done by George, who's Steven's brother, who fucking like created like this Black Star, well, created like this Black Star clone while the real Black Star is in prison, take hold of like the Union, take hold of like fucking this whole way of handling the world. You know, like he sees like his brother as like being unrealistic and outdated. Even the Union itself, like the other Union members outside of George, think this like whole idea of like holding back on violence, exacting the same amount of violence that villains exact on others is like stupid, And George at the forefront of this crazy like scenario where Brandon had to kill Black Star, or like Black Star killed them, so like a society can like push his heroes to like actually like do something about it. Where George comes in, where he creates like the Black Star clone, makes it seem like Skyfox from behind it to like trick everyone else into thinking like it's Skyfox. It's like this former member of the Union made the Black Star clone. He's like it's like old enemy of theirs. He's gonna fucking like totally fuck them up. But it's George, you fucking asshole. God damn it. And it's really interesting, like they bring in like George's daughter. He manipulates her like a fucking prick, and he seems like a pretty cool guy in like the first like few episodes, but he like fucking becomes a total dick. It's just like really interesting, man. This whole conversation of like familial legacy and like how to like carry that, what's justice, when's holding back on violence not enough. Story like isn't like flow like the best, and I don't think the characters are like super well developed and like super well like rounded just yet. I feel like main gang member villain guy, he's like not super interesting. I feel like the other Union members could like be more fleshed out as characters. They don't have to like be like so two-dimensional, and the story could like be flowed slightly better. But overall, I think like it's based on a comic, which I guess was successful enough to get this adaptation into a Netflix series. And I really hope it goes somewhere and it's like really well developed and like really well like handled, especially since like Daredevil and all those like Marvel shows are fucking gone now. So it's like I don't want more superhero shit to watch, and I have like enough money to pay for like HBO Max and Disney Plus yet, which like have all the DC and Marvel stuff in it, and I really want to watch that stuff, but I can't, which sucks. But overall, I feel like it's got potential. I feel like the show can really get better. The show, needs like a better like sense of flow. I feel like the touch up the effects, like throw some more money in it to look more seamless with like the environment. I feel like the characters could be like more fleshed out like in some areas and some aspects. But I think like the overall like way of handling like story and and fleshing out this world has a lot of potential and can really go somewhere. So far, I'm excited for it. I hope it gets better. But overall, that's like my short, quick thoughts on Jupiter Legacy. That's my short, quick thoughts on Batman. I really enjoy both stuff. I really liked how Batman, sets up this intriguing mystery and thriller aspect into his skills. They really explore that and really handle that in a way that I haven't seen in a lot of recent, at least cinematic outings of the character. Really explore that aspect and concept of his character, his personality. I think it's really cool. I really like how the characters are all well rounded. I like fucking Penguin, that dumbass. Jim Gordon's great. Fucking the guy that gets to play Alfred's fucking fantastic. The casting's all really good. The sense of fucking mystery really draws you in from fucking very beginning, and it just keeps you going and going. Who's next? Fucking what's Riddler's end goal? What big secrets that have and fucking the whole Gotham society. What's he planning? How far is he gonna take this? And then when you gotta go to the climax of the movie, where it fucking just completely just does something insane to the entire city and completely fucks it up. It's holy shit! I can't believe fucking took it that far. Wow, that's fucking crazy. I think it's both are really good. I really appreciate both fucking the movie and the show for what they are. I enjoyed them, for what it's worth. These are the two shorter reviews. I really enjoyed both. I felt like you should totally check them out,
Kevin, god damn it. Every fucking time, Kevin. God fucking damn it, seriously.